Welcome, Transformer fans. My name is Composite Enerjoe, and today's review is on the Transformers Retro Deluxe Class Seaspray. Now, let me explain that line a bit because it sounds a bit misleading because this isn't like the original G1 Seaspray. So, Transformers Retro is a subline that's exclusive to Walmart, which carries a bunch of these. The majority of them are either G1 reissues, like my Soundwave. My G1 Soundwave is part of that reissue line, so it's part of that line. Or they have more modern reissue figures or like repaints and slight retools. Seaspray here is actually one of the few. This is obviously a more modern figure, but Seaspray is one of the few which I believe are new molds as part of that line. It's not like an older figure that's like was just remade again. And it's part of the retro because of not only just the G1 reissues, but also because of the packaging. This guy came in like a G1 style packaging. So yeah, that's why it's called the Transformers Retro, even though this isn't the original figure, the G1 figure. But yeah, here is Seaspray in his hovercraft mode, and I gotta say, I kind of like these like nautical vehicle modes or alt modes. And I'm kind of bummed out they don't make more of these. Like why don't we get more boats, submarines, or even like aquatic animals or something? Like I think we need more aquatic ones. I think we have plenty of, cars, trucks, tanks, planes, jets. We could use more I think we use more helicopters, but and maybe some more motorcycles too. But I think we got plenty of cars and trucks. Not to jab at anything. Again, no really a thing. But I feel like a little variety in the form of the alt modes would be kind of nice. Some more nautical nonsense, if you will. So yeah. So here is Seaspray in his vehicle mode, and as you can see, it's nice. It's a nice homage to the original G1 figure. The propellers here do, and is this damage? Wait, huh? Got a little chip in the paint here. I never noticed that before. But yeah, so these propellers are functional, well, in the sense that they rotate. So yeah, they are. I'm gonna kill myself. That'd be embarrassing. And as you can see, his little pistol, which I'm gonna take off. This is the only accessory he comes with. Is his little pistol. There we go. I'm gonna set it off to the side. But yeah, you would just plug it there. It's even dedicated to it, like so. Plug it there. Just take it off, set it off to the side, and yeah, Seaspray. And that's pretty much it. Doesn't really do anything else. It's neat. So let's get on with our transformation. Which this guy, it's ironic I say deceptive, but it's not deceptively simple, but he looks simple. It's the opposite. He's deceptively complicated. He's a lot harder than you think. Like he's way more involved than I was expecting. First thing I believe is okay. Pop out the arms. Straighten them out a little bit. Bring this down. Flip this up. I think bring that back up. Have the eventual arms out, like so. For the legs, oh, that's right. Flip panel. Choking, flip panel. Separate. Yes, separate. Separate that. Too far. Choking. Oh, my bad. You gotta rotate before that. There we go. There we go. Before that, you gotta rotate this down and then lift this up a bit. Lift this up a bit and then bring out. Open up. Then there we go. Separate. Separate. Like I said, you gotta kind of. He's a lot harder than he looks. Okay, so let's get the legs out of the way. Straighten up. So pull up and then peg this into there, like so. And then down here, you bring this panel down, fold it down, bring this piece, bring that piece back, and then this flip back. And this should, on mine it kind of pops out. As you can see, it's supposed to peg in. This one doesn't want to. That's the best I can do. That might be an issue with just my figure. And then second verse, same as the first. Down, down, rotate, then bring, make sure to bring this assembly up. There we go. Peg it in. Down, down, flip down. And what was next? Oh, I remember. That's right. This is, take that. And then this is supposed to, oh wow, I'm drawing a blank here. I think this is supposed to go, yeah, this is supposed to go up. I remember you have to spin the head. Hold on. Yeah, you spin like this. This goes up. Wow, what am I missing here? Yeah, this. There we go. Okay, yeah. You unpeg that. Bring this down, and then this part, you kind of like push this up. So you push this up, the head through. And then you line this up so that to go into there. Then you fold these pieces in. Go just push it in, fold it in. And then this, make sure this is lined up. Up there, lined up. Rotate the arms. Make sure the feet, and then this, I'm missing something. Like I said, this guy's deceptively, deceptively challenged. Okay, there we go. When it's all lined up, you should be able to peg these into these ports. There we go. And then you come in here and you rotate the head. And there we go. That's it. There is Seaspray in his robot mode. Like I said, he's a lot harder than he looks. It's a lot more involved than you're expecting. So keep that in mind if you do get this figure. It took me a second. I haven't done him in like a hot second, so I forgot how to do it. But yeah, I figured it out. Boom. Seaspray with his little pea shooter. So yeah. Pretty cool looking little guy. He's on the smaller side of Deluxes, but pretty cool. I mean, this guy was, I think, originally a mini bot, so they were a lot smaller. So this is a bit of an improvement, but still, for Deluxe, I would like if he was a little bigger. So yeah, Seaspray. Here's a closer look at the head sculpt. There we go. Pretty nice. This seems to be fairly accurate. This looks like it does look like Seaspray, at least the original G1 version. Let's get to articulation while I'm at it. The head is on a ball joint, but it's obviously restricted by this, and these, still work. So head does rotate, but again, it's kind of hard. You have to like awkwardly stick your fingers in there to move them. Arms, so go all around, up, in and out, swivel there, bend at the elbow, nice bend at the elbow, and you even get a little bit of wrist action, like so. And that's mainly to accommodate the transformation, but he's got a bit of a wrist action, which is neat. Waist, legs go out that far, which is nice. Forward, back, swivel there, pretty good bend at the knee, and has a slight, not a particularly good one, but has a slight ankle. Not much, but does have an ankle, as you can see. Get his little pea shooter, or his blaster. Put in his hand. And he's ready to go. And here is Seaspray. So yeah, he's got pretty good articulation. Fix the chest a little bit. So he's got good articulation. The transformation is I think a bit more complicated than he should be. But I guess it's a nice surprise if you want like if you wanted a transformer that was a little more challenging to mess with, but not too challenging. I guess he fits the bill. But yeah, pretty solid little figure. And he is one of those nautical transformers, which, you know, are kind of hard to come by. They don't make that many, so it's cool. It's cool to have like another boat in your collection, since, you know, there's so few of them. So yeah, now let's get on to size comparisons, and here we have Ratchet. And see what I mean? See what I mean? He is on the smaller side of Deluxes. Here is Primal and Cliff Jumper. So he is bigger than what it basically would have been a Legends class, but he's still a bit on the smaller side. I mean, not too small. It's not like that Cliff Jumper from a while back. Not you, Cliff. Or that Bumblebee. Or the Bumblebee from the, like the last couple Bumblebees, which were like really small. I think that they would like go up to here. Those things were tiny for Deluxes. Those were basically Legends classes, in my opinion. And I'll probably bring it up when I get around to doing that review. So, there we go. So yeah, he's still on the smallish side, but not too bad, I guess. Although, again, he would have been nice if maybe he brought some more accessories. But yeah, Seaspray. Overall, pretty nice figure. Fun facts. I think I already mentioned that he's honestly I believe he's the only actual new figure that's part of the Transformers Retro line that I'm aware of. Because I believe all the other ones are either G1 reissues or they're more modern reissues. They're more modern figures that are also reissued with like slight changes. Maybe the paint is a little different, or I think they have like new heads. I know that the Brawn and the Gears from that line have different heads, but they are the same figures that were released before. Seaspray here, on the other hand, I don't recall this figure being released before, so I think this is an original one for this line. So he's exclusive to this line as of right now that I'm aware of. So yeah, overall, pretty solid figure. Again, if you weren't able to get the last Seaspray, like Seaspray doesn't pop up every now and then, so I do kind of recommend, if you want a Seaspray, I think this guy's a pretty solid option. I personally think the best Seaspray is the one from 2010. I think that's the Hunt for the Decepticons. I think that's what it was called. The 2010 Hunt for the Decepticons Seaspray. That one I think is still the best. But that's just my opinion. This guy is very G1 accurate, which is, you know, always neat if you like that sort of thing. So yeah, overall, pretty solid figure. Not bad. I would have preferred maybe one extra accessory or, you know, a little bigger. But yeah, overall, not bad. So yeah, this has been my review of the Transformers Retro of the Walmart exclusive. Not gonna complicate it. The Transformers Retro Deluxe Class Seaspray. This is Composite Enerjoe signing off. Peace out and be safe. Be safe.